Everyone coming to you guys with the next quick reading and new couple of alerts. And I'm saying, you guys remember we talked about this couple a few months ago when everybody is saying, oh, you're making up stuff. No, guys, listen, one thing with us, we always tell you guys stuff in advance. We don't go by, even Tom Cruise and Anna, we told you guys straight up about that. That wasn't really going to work out because of his religion, Scientology, and different things like that. You see the breakup, and Katy Perry. We told you guys straight up that you know I like I'll be honest with you, even when she was with her ex, I'm saying, remember we predicted that relationship, we told Katie wasn't she wasn't supposed to get married or anything like that now, to give it some time now, I'm saying, yeah, with Orlando. We know that wasn't going to work out, I'm saying, yeah. And we try to tell you guys, when coming to Hollywood entertainment, it's very, very, very difficult to have long lasting relationships because it's the optics, it's the media, it's how it looks. And I'm saying, yeah, a lot of people trying to live their lives as regular as possible, but it's just so much hate and so much stuff that comes into these high profile relationships. And I'm saying, yeah, it's very real tough, yeah. But as I say, when coming to these two, when I look at them and I'm matching them up, I'm saying, yes, they can work if they really want to. The problem is, as I say, I'm saying, Justin, he's Canadian. She'll have to be in Canada a lot because he have his kids, he have his family. I'm saying? So she have to be flying in and out of there. I'm saying? Yeah. They're a good match if they really want to go long term. But I would tell her to be careful. Justin is not a saint. And I'm saying, yeah, he have his flaws just like everybody else. And I'm saying, you see some people saying in the comments that, they might be going through, Justin might be going through a midlife crisis. Because some people can see that, they can't picture how come him as a politician, he will end up choosing her. But, you know, I I find it's a good look for both of them. I'm saying? Yeah, it's a good look. I like the both of them being together. Nothing is guaranteed. I'm saying? Yeah, but I like them together. I'm saying? Yeah, we like Katie over here. I'm saying? Yeah, we always try to warn her and tell her. And I think she needs to do the same situation with Justin. I don't see any wedding, any marriage, or anything like that. But I see that, I'm saying, maybe next year, in the middle of next year, maybe we could come back and see if they still are wrong. But I see that, they will have to figure out a location, for them if they really, really want to take this to the next level, you know. But for now, I'm seeing both of them feeling each other, they have a lot of good energy, good sparks. I'm saying? I know she's Scorpio, I'm saying? Yeah, and her Venus is in Sagittarius and his Venus is in Aquarius, and I'm saying, yeah, and yeah, the Capricorn energy. So they have a lot of stuff, I mean, they can work if they really, really want to. But I see that, I would just come straight to the point. And again, I'm saying, if you see Justin, he has the weakest link, I'm saying, yeah. So it all depends on him, because I see with I see when coming to Katie, I see that that things will, she will do whatever it takes. And I'm saying, yeah, I'm saying, if that'll get a property, where they can be closer together, they can spend a lot of time together more, I'm saying, because she'll be on tour and he'll be working and stuff, I'm saying, yeah, doing different business deals and things like that. But I see that I like them. I find they look cute, the energy match up and everything. I'm saying? Yeah, and nothing is guaranteed. I mean, yeah. So she does have to watch her mental health and stuff, like, Scorpios always in their head. They don't trust people. They could have that paranoia way about them. And sometimes some Scorpios, sometimes they can assume stuff that is not even true. And sometimes I see with a lot of Scorpios over the years, and I'm saying Scorpios will be all paranoid, and they will assume stuff all in their head, and they'll make up stuff in their own subconscious mind, and they can mess up a lot of good friendships, even relationships, that and accuse people of stuff that not even happen because of their own insecurities. So long as she don't let her insecurities, of the past come and mess with things in the future, with her and this relationship, I see she'll be okay. I'm saying? Yeah, but they need to be in the same place. I'm saying? Yeah, I do not know if you will give up, living in Canada to move somewhere closer, to her, or maybe she might have to move somewhere closer in Canada, maybe to be close to him, if she really, really want to, to take it seriously now. So Yeah, the long distance, I see it can fizzle out at some point in time. But for now, more power to them. I'm saying? Yeah, and I say, I like them, but if I were her, I would just take my time. I wouldn't really dive in too fast in, I'm saying? Yes, because, Scorpios, they could dive in quick, when they let you in, they're all in love, they're all possessive. Scorpios can be the most jealous sign in the astrology. If you're dating a Scorpio, Scorpios are possessive. They like to be in control. They don't trust. I'm saying? They're always going to have trust issues and stuff like that. You see that with a lot of popular Scorpios. You see like with PDD and all of them, like how he used to be possessive or crazy and stuff like that. A lot of crazy stuff. As I say, I've dated nearly everyone in the zodiac sign, but Scorpios do not play. You can go out with a Scorpio person, everything all nice and stuff, and if you just say something, you smile or say something to the wrong person, that will just change the whole dynamics of the evening. That could spoil the whole evening when coming to Scorpio, because that's how Scorpios are. They don't play with that. You going over that Scorpio, you better keep your eyes on that Scorpio. Don't even look left, right, because the evening will end up in drama. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I've seen where a lot of people, I had family members who have Scorpio husbands and stuff like that. And even if I was coming to visit them, I wouldn't even give them a hug in front of the husband or anything like, you crazy? Because I'm not even doing that, because I know how jealous, I know how they can be. I know how Scorpio men and women can be. And a lot of Scorpios, you guys here watching this, could give you guys screen names and stuff. And I'm saying, yeah, I know a lot of you guys personally. I'm saying, yeah, and Scorpios, anybody have like Scorpio in the Venus, Scorpio in the Moon, Scorpio Sun, they can be a little jealous when coming to relationships and being possessive. And I'm saying, yeah, they want to be in control. They can't handle certain things, and they want to know everything. Anybody have Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio and Venus, they want to know every single thing. They don't want to get no surprises or anything like that. They're gonna hate surprises. So whether it is a Libra that have Scorpio in the Moon or Scorpio in the Venus or anything like that, or in the Mercury, you need to keep them on top of things. And I'm saying, yeah, no surprises. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. You end up in a lot of problems and stuff. Yeah, and I like Scorpios. I like Scorpio. You see, I have a Jared Kushner and with Jared Kushner, he's a Capricorn. You see that with Ivanka Trump. I know a lot of popular Scorpios and Capricorn been together long term. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and nothing is guaranteed, but people have to want to make it work. I try to tell you guys that you can match up someone with the best sign, best chart and everything, perfect chart, perfect everything on paper, and that person could be the devil. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it could be a wolf in sheep clothing. So that's why you have to look beyond the charts. You have to have someone who have the eyes, can see way ahead, not just read any chart, can watch that person, tell you, and gauge the relationship that is not going to last that long. And nothing is guaranteed in this day and age. I try to tell you guys that you're going to get a 2 years here, 3 years here, 5 max sometimes. I'm saying, yeah, you're not going to get just 10 and 20 years like before. I'm saying? You see that with Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. I'm saying? Yeah, and people after a while people fizzle out. And I'm saying, yeah, those long-term relationships is very rare, especially when coming to celebrities. And I mean, regular folks. And I'm saying from culture, you can see that they're staying together and stuff like that, like Hindus, Indian people, Syrian, Lebanese, and Jewish people, who might be more into the religion and things like that, Mormons, things like that, people who Jehovah's Witness, people who might be Seventh-day Adventists, things like that. You see more of those kind of relationships. I'm saying, yeah, they tend to be to more stay longer. I'm saying, yeah, or they might be Muslim from the same place. I'm saying, yeah, and all these things like that. I'm saying, yeah. So those people I see relationship lasting longer, compared to white and black people, just regular white and black people. But the relationship that I see that lasting longer is more based on the culture. What I'm saying? Yeah, they tend to last a little bit longer. What I'm saying? That don't say that the person's not going to cheat. Yeah, they're going to cheat, but there's some of them they stay. What I'm saying? Because of the culture. What I'm saying? Yeah, But nothing is guaranteed. But you have to find the right person who's compatible with you, and both of you guys have to be healed and want to make it work. in order for it to happen. So we wish them all the best. Let them have their fun. But as I told you guys, Justin Trudeau is the weakest link when coming to this relationship. All right, take care, guys. No request videos. Bye. We wish them all the best.